Good evening. My name is Gene Doherty, and I am a PhD student at Liberty University. And I have done my research on Al Smith and the 1928 presidential campaign, specifically how the campaign is going to affect voter turnout in the South, and how it's going to sway many southern states to vote Republican for the first time since Reconstruction. I'm interested in this topic because I am on a larger scale doing research on Irish immigration and immigrant contributions in the United States. Smith is a descendant of a Irish immigrant. His grandfather came from Ireland. And he's going to be one of the first descendants of Irish immigrant to campaign for president. He's also going to be the first Roman Catholic nominated by a major political party. And that's going to play a key part in a lot of the research. Most of the research that I did is going to come from Smith himself. He wrote an autobiography. He published a number of collections of his work as governor of New York, as well as campaign addresses, personal letters. His daughter, Emily, also wrote an autobiography, which is going to be another main source for this research. A couple of other interesting pieces of note. Charles Marshall is an Episcopalian minister who is going to open up a debate with Smith on Catholicism and how it would or would not coincide with his role as president. He and Smith will exchange some correspondence in a publication a couple of years before the election. So it's something that Smith had always dealt with as a politician. But when he is introduced to the national stage, that's going to grow. So the main conclusion that I was able to come to is there were a number of reasons why Al Smith lost the election of 1928. His faith is going to be a major part in why he is not going to win the presidency. It's not going to be the only part. He's not even going to win his own state of New York, but he will be the first candidate to lose 5 states in the Deep South since Reconstruction. Some of the key factors for the splitting of the Democratic Party are the anti-Catholicism that existed in the South. It's also going to be Smith's identity as an urban Irish Catholic from New York. That's also going to be it's going to hurt his campaign, and he's going to be heavily associated with the New York political machine, Tammany Hall. Ultimately, the South will splinter during this campaign. Over the next few decades, the region will gradually shift towards the Republican Party. That will be interrupted after the 28 election with the Great Depression and the election of Franklin Roosevelt. But after the election of Truman, we're going to see this shift from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party in the South. A lot of key questions that were raised for me, specifically, I was really interested in Smith, and the more research I did, the more I found him interesting, and I found him likable. So I would really be interested in learning a lot more about Alfred Smith. Thank you for your time.